Drinkin' Problem is the debut single from country band Midland, and the band members wrote the song along with co-writers Josh Osborne and Shane McAnally. The song's in the key of A, but if you listen to that recording, you can hear the acoustic guitar playing those nice cowboy chords in the key of G chord shape. So we're going to capo up to the 2nd fret so we can play like we're playing in the key of G. On the electric guitar, we won't use the capo, and we've got a lot of nice country picking to do. We've got some riffs over the verses, a nice interlude after that first chorus, and a lead guitar solo over the bridge.
One more night, one more down, one more round. First one in, last one out. Giving this town lots to talk about. They don't. People say I got a drinking problem. That ain't the reason to stop. Talking, drawing conclusions. Call it a problem, I call it a solution. Just sitting here in all my grand illusions. Call it a problem, I call it a solution. They're just a solution. It's a broken-hearted thinking problem. Pull another bottle off the wall. People say I got a drinking problem, but I got...
In this tutorial, we're going to go over all the acoustic guitar parts for Drinkin' Problem by Midland. We've got the capo on the 2nd fret here, so we can play like we're playing in the key of G. Most all of this song is just going to be key of G chords with one strum pattern that we're going to learn and play the whole song. But the very first thing we're going to do is this kind of arpeggiated picking pattern that goes along with what the electric guitar player is doing. Looks like this. Alright, so we're just kind of picking along with the electric guitar here. We're going to start. I'll use actual fret numbers. Since we're up here on the neck a little ways, this is the actual 7th fret with our pinky on the high E string. Slide it all the way up to 10. And then we've got the 10th fret of B next and the 9th fret of G. So far we do this. 1, 2, 3. Back up to that high E string. Then pull the pinky off. You just got this A triad, the 9th fret of high E now. And back up to that high E string, and then we're going to make this shape, which is the 7th fret of G, 9th fret of B, 7th fret of high E. And you're just kind of barring that 7th fret on those strings, but then you are placing your ring finger on the 9th fret, okay? So from the top, we have this. We're going to slide up. Then we go to the new shape, and we're going to pick through it twice. And back up to that high E string. And then we repeat. We go back up to that first shape off the frets, but my fingers are still touching the string, so you kind of get this sound. But then also the palm of my right hand is just barely kind of brushing again. It's kind of a karate chop motion, but we're not really karate chopping. We're just kind of brushing against the strings here by the saddle. All right, so let's do it from the top of the progression again, and then we'll just keep going to get through a whole verse. 2, 3, go. Down, up, mute. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, mute. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, mute. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, mute. Up, down, up, down, up. A minor again. To the D again. And a verse. 2, 3, go. In this tutorial, we're going to go over all of the electric guitar parts for the whole song, including the interlude and the solo. We usually separate those, but there's a lot of overlap in some of the things that we're going to be doing. So it just makes sense in this one just to go straight through it in the order that we encounter these. in the song. This is all tabbed out in order underneath the video player at sixstringcountry.com. So pull those up, that will help a lot. And we're going to jump right in here with the introduction. We've got a kind of a cool line, and it looks like this. All right, so let's talk tone. Just a nice bright country tone. I've got it on my bridge pickup. Just a little gain on there, kind of sound like a tube amp with some overdrive on it. And a little bit of tremolo. I think I've got it at eighth note triplet, synced up rate, and then just not a huge depth. Just a little depth on there, and then some reverb, maybe a little bit of delay, and that'll get you pretty close. Okay, so we're going to start here on the 4th fret. This is an important line. We're going to use this in the chorus. We're going to use it at the end of the solo. So we want to really get this under our fingers well. 4th fret of G. Then we're going to slide up to the 7th fret of G and get your ring finger on the 9th fret of D, and then we're going to have the high E string and the B string ring open. We're going to pick through it like this. So we're going G string, D string, high E, B. All right, let's get just that much. So it comes in 1, 2, 3, go. Then we're going to move down to 6 of G and 7 of D, and E and B stay open. And then we move down to the 4th fret of G and the 6th fret of D. Okay, so from the top, 2, 3, go. And then that last time we're going to end one more time on that D string before we repeat. Slide it back up. We're going to wait and count. So let's do it from the top and we'll keep going after that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and. All right, so that came in on the end of 3, and we're going to do a little half bend to the open A string, then slide in real quick 2 to 4, then D string 2, 4, and then the solo. 1, 2, 3, go.
Broken